Hello, everyone. This is another lecture on machine learning. Today we'll cover level data and unlevel data. So here, what we can see that, different kinds of level data and different kinds of unlevel data. So we need to know what is the meaning of leveling. And after that, we'll have another lecture on how to level data in different ways. Okay, so my name is Atik. So let's move on. Um, I don't know why it's coming, so let me move it. Okay. So, uh, level data means data that has been tagged with one or more levels so that we can identify certain characteristics or classifications. Um, and in machine learning, in artificial intelligence, for supervised learning, especially, we need enormous amount of level data. So data that has been assigned specific categories or tags, and we'll come to this point one by one. So it's used primarily in supervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and so on, where the algorithm learns to predict the levels based on the input features. For example, when we use email, we know that we have had two categories like spam and not spam tagging. So definitely, if we have 1 million images and we know that based on some criteria or some features, some emails are spammed category and some emails are not spam category. And then based on those emails, we train a machine learning algorithm so that it can learn what are the true features of a spam email and what are the true features for not a spam email. And and in our system, we use that, and still we find that lots of emails which are spam coming to the regular mail and which are not spam going to the spam folder, even including if we have an email communication. So, and with say professor and the IEEE.org, which is very common. I mean, millions of users are using, but still that email is sometimes going to the spam folder. Even in the same domain, that's going to the spam folder. So because even though there is nothing to be considered as a spam. So it means that machine learning or I mean, even if we have training data, it's not the perfect solution to make 100% separation between spam and not spam. But again, we need to tag or level manually or some other ways that an email is spam, another one is not spam, and so on. Okay, but when we have enormous amount of data, it's not easy. We'll see. Next one is movie reviews. Or any kind of reviews. We have a 1 star to 5 star. If you go to buy a product from Amazon or another website, then you find that there are different reviews and different stars and so on. And based on this, you can tag and so on. So it's a leveling. You can say that if someone puts a book as 5 star, 4 star, 3 star, it means that someone is giving some tag or leveling or putting some specific categories. And based on these, you can decide. Photos of animals with specific names like cat, dog, horse, and so on. So this could be another way of tagging. So if you have 1 billion images and of different animals, say 1,000 types of different animals, and then how can you put each image separately and next to the image a name in the system? So it's not easy, but we do, and that's why AI is progressing. New articles categorized by topic like politics or sports or technology. So that could be another kind of, categorizations or tagging or leveling. Another is like customer feedback leveling. So positive, neutral, and negative. So these kind of things are called level data. And now just see this scenario. Can any human or even AI means we discussed about machine learning's machine or AI, that's, for example, an autonomous robot or any robot or autonomous vehicle that can automatically understand unless we train or unless we level the data for training. So, for example, if you look at this, it's from Japan. I was in Japan, so you can see this is stop. I mean, may not be the same in other places. And the positions of the signals and different signals. By the way, in UK, for example, you have signaling pattern is little bit different than others. Like, I mean, after two lights are on in UK, then we stop, or after two lights are on and then we, I mean, start. So, but yeah, elsewhere it is not the same exactly. So similarly, what about this? I mean, if you go to America and wow, this is four stars, so four types of things, four types of things, I don't know. I mean, and yield, for example, or no turn on red, or can you just different kinds of things. So if we do not teach a driver, a human being, let alone an AI, how can we learn? So when we see different kinds of combination, we need to tag or we need to level it manually. Say, for example, for someone, okay, you can do it now, you can do it now, you cannot do it, you can do it, you can't do it, you must be careful. This kind of different combinations and situations. So this kind of leveling or tagging is needed. So when we have images like AI, for example, if there is a camera or something, or camera based in something, they take photos and they try to understand. And if they are not trained, it's not easy because different cultures, different countries, that is different. Now if you look here, like in some places it is manual traffic. So, I mean, maybe because of accident, maybe a regular thing or regular thing, I don't know. So you see that on that case, how AI-based system, if they don't learn anything, okay, and work on. Now, see here. So this is, I mean, one sort of way of traffic management. This is, you see that stop, but go, go, go. And this is like, I mean, another funny way, and definitely so sad that he lost his watch probably. Yeah. Okay. So you see that, I mean, training or leveling is extremely important, but definitely difficult. All right. So what about unlabeled data? So what we have seen are unlabeled data. Okay. I mean, nobody told us so far that what's the meaning of this, what's the meaning of this, and this one, and this one. Sometimes if you travel to another country, we might fall in trap that what to do. All right. And here, for example, if you are not used to these kind of things, then it's extremely difficult to understand what to do. Yes, common sense, human being, excellent. But if you have autonomous Tesla car or another one, then definitely it will struggle. And in this case, if I want to say that this video is hijacking or something, snatching watch, so it could be one. Or if we say, no, this is a bike coming in the wrong side, and or if I level this image that it is a police officer or traffic police officer or something like this, these are the different things. So, I mean, or we can say that, I mean, look at this person. I mean, whether he is, I mean, super excited or super happy, looks like. Okay, so what kind of tag you want to give? Multiple tags: a police car, a bike, wrong side bike, snatching and raising hand, or someone is super happy. So what do you want? So these kind of multiple tagging are also possible. So it's not easy. Now, unleveled data means the data is raw, data that has not been tagged with levels or classification. Like, okay, so I mean, that's the point. So it's a raw data without any predefined categories, used for exploratory analysis or to train models to discover different patterns on their own. For example, there's a few examples where we don't need level data: a collection of social media posts without sentiment classification, or a set of unlabeled images from security cameras. I mean, I always tell that if you have a surveillance camera collecting images or videos, but no one is leveling that what are the activities going on, and there is no AI system. So then it's just like an unlabeled data, or any kind of audio recordings of various sounds without any identification. For example, I'm giving a lecture, for example, I'm talking, but I'm not singing, all right, at this moment. If you categorize different things, then probably it will be level data. Or from my way of talking, if you can give the tag that, oh, this looks like, I mean, that country's accent or that accent or something like, because you can't see me. So these kind of things, a database of customer purchase histories without categorization. So that is an unlabeled data. A large corpus of text documents without topic labels. These are examples of unlabeled data. But if we remove the without and give some sentiment classification of different social media posts. Okay, if we have security cameras, but we say separate them that there is a crime, people are running, people are gathering, people are on the queue, or the same camera is showing that, I mean, someone fall down. So if we say that different, so if we segment part of video and give them a name, then we can say that, okay, this is this, and those are tagging or leveling or giving or putting them some predefined categories. Now remember, in many cases, when we say artificial intelligence, we must machine learning. Okay. And artificial intelligence is a broader spectrum. In last lecture, we mentioned machine learning is within it a big part. Today's almost everything you can say, is it 99% or 95%? We cannot differentiate among, but most of the cases we have machine learning based models. Now, among the machine learning based models, not every model needs training data, but almost, I mean, again, it cannot be percentized like this, whether 80% or 90% or 95%. But you see what AWS, Amazon Web Services, in their website they wrote. Okay, they wrote that successful machine learning models are built on the shoulders of large volumes of high quality training data. It's, you see that, I mean, it looks like all models or successful AI machine learning models need training data, but it's not true, because I mean, supervised machine learning, we need training data 100%. So, but supervised machine learning is not synonymous to machine learning. So this is number one. Number two, high quality level data is essential for training for reliable machine learning models. So don't forget this point, that AI is not 100% machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Similarly, machine learning doesn't need, all machine learning models does not require training data. Okay, training data is a must for traditional supervised learning. Okay, now how to level data? Here we give some few examples. The majority of the models created today require human, like lots of human being will work. Of course, they can earn money. Like at Osaka University, we had about, I mean, 30 staffs. So when we collected data, they looked at the video and manually, manually doesn't mean that pen and paper, okay, in the computer, using some software, they put annotations, separate the human being from the video, and these kind of things. Okay, so human to manually level that, of course, it's a laborious job, and we must pay a lot. So we paid a lot for that purpose, and still staffs are working for that. So the majority of the models created today require human to manually level data in a way that allows the model to learn how to make correct decisions. Okay, so manual leveling has been the key since beginning. All right, so for example, listening to audio clips, it may happen that you are listening to an audio clip and then transcribing the spoken words, and then categorize in some categories, that this is watching short video clips and categorize with, like, is it comedy, it's a drama, action, whatever, and so on. Reading customer reviews and assigning sentiment levels, like it's a positive review, it's a negative review, it's a neutral review, and so on. Examining medical images, marking areas of concern, like for example, if it's a CT scan image where the tumors are located. What kind of tumors? It's benign or serious stage or what level, and is it distributed or located in a corner and so on. So these kind of things are manual labeling, and of course here doctors or medical related experts should work on that. Categorizing products in an e-commerce database by type, like electronics, clothing, books. So when you put the information, you put the categories, and based on this, it is leveled in the system, and AI can learn from those leveling. Another way is crowdsourcing. So crowdsourcing, Amazon Mechanical Turk. I'm not sure whether you have heard about it. It's not my great friend Matthew Turk. So even though his email is starting with M Turk. So Amazon Mechanical Turk. If you visit the website, you can learn to have multiple people level images. Say, for example, street signs I mentioned for autonomous driving systems, so different countries and so on. So if there will be millions of images, and you can just tell Amazon Mechanical Turk to do the I mean leveling for you for some images. Of course you have to pay, and Amazon Mechanical Turk, they also pay others to do the things. Okay, so asking a large group of volunteers to classify tweets as offensive or non-offensive for content moderation. So this can be another way of crowdsourcing. Of course, things are not that much volunteer, especially in developing countries. My experience is that we can get free volunteers a lot for different kinds of activities and research purposes. But other places it's not easy. You have to pay money for even data collections and data leveling and others. Having a diverse group of people rate the difficulty of various exercise routines for a fitness app. So this is another kind of crowdsourcing. So sometimes you can develop an app, give support, and the feedback is sort of crowdsourcing. Like when you go to the ChatGPT or Llama or Gemini, this kind of large language models, LLMs, there is a point that you like it or you dislike it, and sometimes to put some comment. So whatever LLMs are doing, we are we have the ability to or we have the scope to give some kind of feedback. That feedback is going for the crowd, and of course free of cost they are learning from our input and so on, and these are very much valuable as well. Expert leveling. So it could be like biologists and hospitals or historians or psychologists or linguists. They do the things. Of course, they must be paid. So legal professionals, if they categorize court cases by area of law, or if you are botanist or biologist, then you are identifying plant species in photographs. It's a laborious job, but it's a professional one, because if you give me two different plants, maybe I know something, but I don't know everything. So recently in my small garden, I was surprised to see that potato. We know that potato, it has, the potato comes on from the root under the soil, but we know that potato has flowers. Definitely, you have seen whitish type of small, small, nice petals and flowers. And after that, I found for the first time in my life, even though I have been gardening and it's my hobby, I found that there are some fruits, hard fruits, look like, small potatoes. Okay, of course, green color. So when I took the photo and gave it to Facebook and asked different people that, okay, identify what is it, and all of them, they said it's like because I didn't put the leaf that carefully, a bit avoiding, but they thought that it's mostly like tomato. Not, no way. And I have sometimes they said something, but no one could imagine that it's a potato, because it's the average people. But some botanist and expert can easily find, or even if not easily, they will search and connect and so on. linguist annotating sentences with grammatical structures, psychologist classifying responses with different personality types. Okay, again, we have recently one research project with psychology, Department of Psychology, and then we collected data from 13 subjects having different psychological issues, mental health issues for 1 month. And now when we collected data, we need to level those, and we need to connect the different kind of things. And being a non-psychologist, okay, when I work with them in the meetings every week, we had have 1 hour discussions and so on, so and discussion, and further we learned that so many different ways, and the ways are different even. Okay, and similarly, art historians will attribute some unsigned paintings to a specific artist based on style. So these kind of labelings are done by experts. But we see that these are all manual labeling. Manual labeling means human beings are doing, and there might have laziness, there might have, reluctance to do the things seriously, or even biasness or racism and so on. So again, in one of our recent research papers published in pattern recognition, one of the topmost journals in pattern recognitions and AI. So if you're interested, you can look at that. That is gait, like walking pattern, and we wanted to see that say there are 10, persons, human beings, or they judged different patterns based on different attributes, like it's a good walking, handsome walking, or lazy walking, hurried walking, and so on. So okay, so based on the gait patterns, so now it may vary from one person to another, and how to deal these kind of things. There are uncertainty among them, so our model was to manage the uncertainty among the annotators, among the people who give the leveling. All right, so and of course it's time consuming and very expensive. So what are the solutions? Solutions could be automated leveling methods to reduce reliance on manual leveling, to make it efficiency. Of course, we need to do a lot. There are different methods. In the next lecture, we'll highlight those. So thank you very much. And we can go to the next lecture to discuss about this. Thank you.